Hello gamers, it is I, Gameboy13, and today I'm going to be trying something new. So I made a Civ 6 video a while ago, and that video got decent views. So I thought I would go over everything that I did wrong in that video, just to give you guys some advice, and also so you guys can see what I did wrong. I'm not the best Civ player in the world, so let's get into it. Civ 6 is ultimately a game about settling. You settle cities to expand your empire and take up as much territory as possible, but also so that you can consistently build more districts, gain access to resources, and genuinely exploit the yields of all of the map. Now, in this game, I only settled 3 cities, and they were the 3 cities I got straight off the bat when I spawned in. Now that may not seem like a problem because, you know, oh, there's so many YouTube challenges out there where people do 1 city or no city challenges. Yet, I'm not that good at this game. I'm not skilled enough to do a 1 city challenge because I haven't played enough or learned enough of the game in order to do that. So, the fact that I did not settle more than 3 cities was a problem because I only had 3 campuses, and in a science game, 3 campuses generally is not going to be enough to win you a science game, even as Hammurabi. Even with Hammurabi's ability, you're never going to win a game of Civ 6 just with 3 campuses. Had I built more cities and built more campuses, I reckon I would have been able to get a science victory much quicker and maybe also been more comfortable in holding the science victory because I would have had more cities and more campuses. Civ 6 is a game about domination. Not just domination in the sense of conquering everyone else, but in the sense of dominating the other players through your science, culture, and religion. And one of the things I noticed throughout this game is that I was very hyper-focused on science. One of the things you tend to notice throughout a lot of these games with the more professional players is that they will try and focus on at least 3 main areas: religion, culture, and science. That's because these keep you dominant over everyone else. You don't necessarily have to have a lot of units in order to be dominant, as you can see from this video. All you have to do is be dominant in terms of the fact that your culture is strong and your religion is strong. Not only that, but they can give you massive boosts anyway. So had I been more dominant in my culture and in my religion, I may have actually been able to do better than I did. On top of that, a lot of the civs I met, like Nubia, Zulu, and the Maori, denounced me as soon as they met me because I had a different government. I tried to fix it, but it didn't work. So I spent the entire game being hated by everyone, and that ended quite poorly for those of you who've watched the video. I'm not going to spoil it here. And now, we're going to cover some of the other stuff I did that doesn't really fit into a category so much as it does just me genuinely being a stupid player. Forgot to put yields on. So all the tiles surrounding my city should have like icons that show how much food and production they make. Forgot to put them on. So that meant I had no idea which tiles were giving me the most yields, which may not seem like a big deal, but it was, considering I needed that to tell me what the hell I was doing. Thought communism was a good idea to get as the first choice of government. It didn't work out in the end, as those who've watched the video knew. I also didn't like some of the cards I chose. Like, I should have focused on less on the military policy slots and more on the wild card, economic, and diplomatic ones, because those can still give you quite a decent amount of boosts. Like, I did choose the right cards, but I don't think I utilized them quite in the same way that I thought I would. Didn't build any military units. I did have some gold problems early on, but you should always build military units in a game because you never know, 1, when somebody's going to declare war on you, or 2, how many gosh damn barbarians you're going to face. Like, I've had games where I've had to face about 100 barbarians in like 1 go, and they just never stop coming, especially if you're very passive like I sometimes can be and you don't like straight away go and attack them. I didn't build any units. I didn't build any new ones, and that backfires for those of you who watched the video. Once again, not spoiling the ending right now. In general, the fact that I was trying to speedrun it probably affected my ability to think. That is why I should take more time to play these games and like play methodically, because you need to really think in games like that. You need to think about where you're putting things, what you're building, what kind of stuff you have to do in order to meet the victory conditions. Had I done a few of the things in this video, like even if I had built like 3 extra units, I reckon I could have survived long enough to at least get 50%, maybe 25% of the way to winning. Had I maybe focused a little bit, maybe had I focused my attention on the science and culture, I could have had a better chance of winning, because you can very easily convert culture into science, and I was stupid not to. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Hopefully there'll be more Civ 6 content coming out soon, and I will see you all in the next one. Game Boy, out!